Welcome to my channel, Old Coins News. If you're passionate about rare coins, hidden treasures, and the incredible history behind every piece of currency, you're in the right place. In today's video, we'll explore the full story of a fascinating coin, its design, minting details, and collector value. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on the latest coin discoveries and valuable numismatic insights. Speech Balloon, thanks for watching till the end. The 1998 United States Washington quarter dollar marks the final chapter of an era that had lasted more than 6 decades, a proud conclusion to the original Washington quarter design before the monumental launch of the 50-state quarters program in 1999. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the P mint mark stands as a testament to one of America's oldest and most storied mints, responsible for billions of coins that have circulated through the nation's hands since the 18th century. The 1998 P quarter is not just another piece of pocket change. It is a symbolic relic of a design that served the country faithfully through the Great Depression, World War II, the Cold War, and into the modern digital age. Every detail, from its inscriptions to its artistry, reflects the enduring strength, liberty, and unity of the United States. So, welcome to Old Coins News. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating coin stories. And now, let's get started with the full details and historical journey of the 1998 P Washington quarter, one of the last coins of a legendary era in American numismatics. Obverse front, the enduring image of George Washington. The obverse of the 1998 P quarter features the classic and dignified portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan in 1932. This image had become one of the most recognized designs in American coinage, representing the nation's founding ideals of courage, leadership, and integrity. Washington's bust faces left, his hair tied neatly with a ribbon, recalling the style of the late 18th century when he led the American colonies to independence. Across the top of the coin is the word liberty, engraved in bold, proud lettering that symbolizes the very foundation of the United States. To the left of Washington's neck is a national motto, "In God We Trust," signifying the country's faith and moral heritage. Beneath the bust is the date 1998, marking the year of issue, and to the right of Washington's hair ribbon is the mint mark P, representing the Philadelphia Mint. By 1998, this obverse design had been in use for 66 years, nearly unchanged, serving as a timeless tribute to the nation's first president. The artistry, originally inspired by a bust sculpted by Jean-Antoine Houdon, combines realism with neoclassical simplicity. The subtle curves, delicate details of the hair, and the calm authority of Washington's gaze reflect the essence of leadership and honor that has defined American identity since its founding. Reverse, back, the eagle of freedom and peace. The reverse side of the 1998 P quarter bears a majestic bald eagle, a design that had graced the reverse of every Washington quarter since 1932. The eagle, wings spread wide, stands perched on a bundle of arrows, representing the nation's preparedness to defend its liberty. Below the arrows lies an olive branch, the universal symbol of peace. Together, these elements tell a powerful story. America's strength is guided by peace, and its freedom is protected through vigilance. The surrounding the eagle complete this powerful message. United States of America arcs across the top, declaring the coin's national identity. Just below it, in smaller letters, appears E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many, one, a phrase that perfectly summarizes the unity of America's diverse people and states. Along the bottom edge is a denomination quarter dollar, confirming its face value of 25 cents. The design is perfectly symmetrical, the eagle's wings and tail feathers beautifully balanced. Every feather, claw, and line of the arrows was engraved perfection, showing the technical mastery of the U.S. Mint. The 1998 P will be the final coin to feature this traditional eagle design, closing a chapter that began over 6 decades earlier specifications and composition. Type, Washington quarter. Year, 1998. Mint Mac P, Philadelphia Mint. Designer, John Flanagan. Composition, copper nickel clad, outer layers of 75% copper, 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. Weight, 5.67 grams. Diameter, 24.26 millimeters. Thickness, 1.75 millimeters. Edge, reeded, 119 reeds. Orientation, coin alignment. The reverse is rotated 180 degrees relative to the obverse. The 1998 P quarters composition continued the standard copper-nickel-clad formula introduced in 1965 when silver was removed from circulating U.S. coins. This structure gives a coin its silvery sheen, durability, and resistance to wear, allowing it to circulate for decades without corrosion. The Philadelphia Mint produced an astounding 896,268,000 quarters in 1998. This enormous mintage reflects the U.S. mint efficiency and the continuing demand for coinage in daily transactions. These coins were distributed nationwide, used by millions of Americans in their everyday purchases, from vending machines to parking meters. Though common in circulation, uncirculated, and high-grade examples of the 1998 P Washington quarter are prized by collectors who recognize its historical importance as the last of the classic eagle reverse quarters. Circulated condition, 25 cents, face value. Uncirculated, MS60, MS64 $1 to $3. Gem uncirculated, MS65, MS67 $10 to $25 plus. Exceptional grades, MS68 or higher, can reach $100 to $300 plus, depending on the sharpness of the strike, surface preservation, and luster quality. Proof and mint set examples from 1998 display mirror-like surfaces and are particularly beautiful, often collected as part of full-year mint sets representing the final year of the pre-state quarter design. The year 1998 marked a turning point in U.S. coinage history. It was a final year of the original eagle reverse that had appeared on every Washington quarter since 1932. By 1999, the U.S. Mint would launch the 50-state quarters program, replacing the eagle with designs celebrating each state's history and culture. Thus, the 1998 P quarter became the symbolic end of an era, an elegant farewell to the design that had represented American unity for generations. Economically, 1998 was a year of prosperity for the United States. The country enjoyed a strong economy, technological progress, and a spirit of optimism as it approached the new millennium. The Washington quarter, by then a familiar and trusted coin, remained a symbol of national pride. It had been part of American life for over 6 decades, used by soldiers, students, workers, and presidents alike. In many ways, the 1998 P quarter captures the very essence of 20th century America, tradition meeting progress, faith meeting innovation, and unity prevailing through change. The 1998 P quarter is generally considered a common coin, but certain varieties and minting errors make it especially interesting to collectors. Some of the most notable include clip planches, where a section of the coin's edge is missing due to an incomplete blank. Off-center strikes, where the design appears misaligned, showing blank metal on one side. Die cracks, which appear as raised lines across the coin's surface due to die fatigue. Double dies, where inscriptions such as Liberty or In God We Trust appears slightly doubled. The 1996 P United States Washington quarter dollar represents one of the final and most refined examples of the traditional Washington quarter design before the revolutionary 50-state quarters program began in 1999. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the P mint mark denotes a coin born from one of the oldest and most historic mints in the world, a facility that has served as the beating heart of America's coinage system since 1792. The 1996 P quarter may appear like any ordinary piece of currency to the casual eye, yet it carries with over 6 decades of history, artistry, symbolism, and the spirit of a nation whose values are inscribed directly upon its surface. Every letter and curve tells a story of liberty, faith, unity, and endurance. This coin is both a circulating instrument of commerce and a miniature work of art, blending functionality with patriotism. Obverse front, the portrait of George Washington. The obverse of the 1996 P quarter proudly displays the bust of George Washington, sculpted by John Flanagan, a design first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the bicentennial of Washington's birth. Over the decades, this image has become an enduring symbol of the nation's leadership and moral foundation. Washington faces left, his expression firm yet calm, reflecting strength guided by reason and humility. His hair is tied with a ribbon, a classical style that connects the first president's 18th century dignity with timeless ideals of civic virtue. The inscriptions surrounding the portrait are deeply significant. Liberty appears boldly above Washington's head, representing the nation's founding principle and enduring aspiration. In God we trust, placed to the left of the neck, declares the spiritual foundation and faith of the American people. Beneath the portrait is the date 1996, marking the coin's year of mintage. To the right of the ribbon in Washington's hair is a small mint mark P, signifying that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. The obverse design captures the perfect balance between realism and neoclassical idealism. Despite being in use since 1932, the design's clarity and symbolism remained relevant and powerful through 1996, proving that great art and great ideals transcend time. Reverse, back, the eagle of strength and unity. The reverse of the 1996 P quarter continues the majestic bold eagle design, also by John Flanagan. This proud American eagle, wings spread wide, perches upon a bundle of arrows, a symbol of strength and the nation's readiness to defend its liberty. Beneath the arrows rests an olive branch, representing peace, unity, and diplomacy. Together, these two symbols embody America's guiding philosophy, peace through strength. Across the top rim of the coin, the inscription United States of America proclaims the issuing nation. Directly below it appears the PLURIBUS UNUM, Latin for out of many, one, a timeless reminder that the United States was forged from diversity, bound together by shared purpose. Along the bottom curve, the denomination quarter dollar identifies the coin's face value of 25 cents. The composition of the reverse design, with its bold symmetry and striking imagery, reflects the balance and grace of early 20th century artistry. The eagle's detailed feathers and the sharpness of the inscriptions demonstrate the mint's precision and quality during the mid-1990s, a time when coin production technology had reached new heights of refinement. Specifications and composition. Type, Washington quarter. Year, 1996. Mint Mac P, Philadelphia Mint. Designer, John Flanagan, both sides. Composition, copper-nickel clad, outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. Weight, 5.67 grams. Diameter, 24.26 millimeters. Thickness, 1.75 millimeters. Edge, reeded, 119 reeds. Orientation, coin alignment. The reverse is upside down relative to the obverse when flipped vertically. This copper-nickel composition, introduced in 1965, replaced the original 90% silver alloy. The clad structure made the coins more durable for circulation and resistant to wear while maintaining their silvery appearance. Mintage and circulation. The Philadelphia Mint struck an estimated 925,040,000 quarters in 1996, a massive mintage, reflecting the coin's role as a cornerstone of everyday commerce. The 1996 P quarter circulated widely across the United States and remains one of the most commonly found quarters from the decade. Despite its abundance, high-grade examples are still valued by collectors for their sharp details, clean surfaces, and brilliant luster. Typical values include circulated condition, 25 cents face value. Uncirculated, MS60, MS64 $1 to $4. Gem uncirculated, MS65, MS67 $10 to $25 plus. Exceptional grades, MS68 plus can exceed $100, particularly if the coin exhibits full mint luster, strong strike, and no visible abrasions. Mint sets from 1996 often include pristine examples of this coin, which showcase the mint's finest craftsmanship, and are prized by numismatists for their mirror-like brilliance. Historical and cultural context. In 1996, the United States stood on the edge of a new millennium, a nation entering the digital age yet still grounded in its traditions. The Washington quarter remained a symbol of stability in an era of rapid technological change. Americans used this very coin daily to buy newspapers, make phone calls, and feed parking meters. It was tangible proof of a nation's economic strength and cultural continuity. By 1996, the Washington quarter had already served the country for 64 years, its design unchanged through wars, economic transformations, and generational shifts. This consistency gave it a reassuring familiarity. It was a coin that connected grandparents and grandchildren through shared experience. Within a few short years, however, the traditional eagle design would be retired, making the 1996 P issue one of the last representatives of the classic era, a final echo of America's mid-century coinage tradition. Collector and numismatic value. While the 1996p quarter is common in circulation, collectors often seek high-grade examples or unusual varieties. Minting errors occasionally appear, such as off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing from the blank due to misalignment. Clipped planches, where a small section of the coin's edge is missing due to an incomplete blank. Die cracks or cuds, raised lines or blobs where damaged die cause excess metal to flow. Doubled dies, showing doubled letters or numbers, particularly on Liberty or the date. Any of these rare errors can significantly increase a coin's collector value, often into a range of $50 to several $100s, depending on severity and visibility. For set builders and those collecting one example of each year and mint mark, the 1996p is an essential inclusion in any complete Washington quarter collection. Symbolism and meaning. The inscriptions and imagery on the 1996p quarter encapsulate the ideals upon which the United States was founded. The three key mottos, Liberty, In God We Trust, and E Pluribus Unum, form a trinity of national philosophy. Liberty reflects the freedom that the nation's founders fought for and continues to defend. In God We Trust speaks to America's enduring spiritual foundation. E Pluribus Unum celebrates the unity of a diverse people into a single, cohesive nation. The eagle itself, regal and resolute, has long been the embodiment of the American spirit, powerful yet peace-loving, vigilant yet noble. The 1995 United States Washington Quarter Dollar is one of the final classic issues of the Washington Quarter series before the introduction of the State Quarters program in 1999, which transformed modern American numismatics. Struck at the Denver Mint, denoted by the D mint mark, this coin holds both historical and cultural significance, capturing a snapshot of late 20th century America while continuing a design tradition that began over 6 decades earlier. The 1995 D quarter represents not merely a piece of currency, but a work of national symbolism, a reflection of leadership, liberty, and unity embodied in metal. It was produced for circulation across the United States at a time when coins still played an integral role in daily life, vending machines, toll roads, and retail commerce. Though the coin is common in mintage, its historical value and design continue to fascinate collectors, historians, and numismatists alike. Obverse front, the portrait of George Washington. The obverse of the 1995 D Washington Quarter continues to feature the distinguished bust of George Washington, designed by sculptor John Flanagan in 1932. This design was originally created to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Washington's birth, and it became one of the most iconic and enduring portraits in U.S. coinage history. On the 1995 D issue, Washington's left-facing profile dominates the coin's obverse, showcasing his strong features, high cheekbones, and tied hair with a ribbon. The details of the portrait, particularly on uncirculated coins, demonstrate the mint's precision in die engraving and metal flow during striking. Liberty is boldly engraved above Washington's head, representing the nation's founding ideal and serving as the central moral theme of the coin's design. To the left of Washington's neck appears In God We Trust, the national motto first placed on U.S. coins during the Civil War and permanently adopted as a declaration of faith and national identity. Beneath Washington's portrait sits the date 1995, marking the year of issue. To the right of the ribbon in Washington's hair is the mint mark D, indicating that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint in Colorado. The simplicity and elegance of the obverse convey the timeless respect for America's first president. Each element, from the curve of the letters to the engraving depth, was designed to balance artistry with clarity, ensuring that the image would remain sharp and legible even after years of circulation. Reverse, back, the eagle of strength and peace. The reverse side of the 1995 D quarter continues the classic eagle design introduced in 1932, also by John Flanagan. It depicts a majestic bold eagle perched on a bundle of arrows, with wings spread wide in a powerful and symmetrical composition. Below the arrows rests an olive branch, symbolizing the American pursuit of peace and diplomacy. Together, these two elements, arrows and olive branch, encapsulate a dual message, the nation's readiness to defend its freedom while striving for peace through strength. Across the top border is the inscription United States of America, declaring the coin's national origin. Below it appears a revered Latin motto E Pluribus Unum, meaning out of many, one. This phrase reflects the unity of America's diverse states and people under one government and shared destiny. The denomination quarter dollar is engraved at the bottom, denoting its value of 25 cents. The eagle's bold, upright posture, with feathers etched in fine relief, has long been associated with American pride and independence. The balanced design radiates dignity, stability, and courage, qualities that mirror the nation itself. Small blue diamond technical specifications. Type, Washington Quarter. Year of issue, 1995. Mint mark, D. Denver Mint. Designer, John Flanagan, obverse and reverse. Composition, copper nickel clad, outer layers of 75% copper, 25% nickel, bonded to a pure copper core. Weight, 5.67 grams. Diameter, 24.26 millimeters. Thickness, 1.75 millimeters. Edge, reeded, 119 reeds. Orientation, coin alignment. The obverse and reverse are struck in opposite directions. This composition replaced the original 90% silver quarters after 1964, ensuring durability and affordability for mass production. The copper-nickel-clad alloy gives the coin a pale silvery appearance and excellent resistance to wear, making it ideal for decades of circulation. Small blue diamond mintage and circulation. The Denver Mint produced a total of 1,103,216,000 Washington quarters in 1995, an exceptionally large mintage typical of modern circulation issues. These coins were distributed nationwide, ensuring their presence in wallets, cash registers, and coin rolls across America. Because of the high production, most examples are common, though uncirculated and high-grade specimens can be valuable to collectors. Typical market values, as of recent years, are circulated condition, 25 cents face value. Uncirculated, MS60, MS64 $1 to $3. Gem uncirculated, MS65, MS67 $10 to $30 plus. Top-graded specimens, MS68 plus can exceed $100, particularly with exceptional luster or strike sharpness. High-quality pieces with strong details in Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers are especially prized, as these indicate minimal dye wear and excellent minting quality. Small blue diamond historical and cultural context. In 1995, the United States was experiencing a period of economic stability and technological transformation. The Internet was beginning to enter homes, and the nation was evolving toward a digital future. Yet, even amid rapid modernization, coins like the Washington Quarter continued to represent tangible symbols of national unity and heritage. The 1995 D Quarter was among the last issues of the pre-state quarter era, a bridge between traditional coinage and the modern era of thematic designs that will begin in 1999. This makes it a nostalgic issue for collectors who remember the days before the stated commemoratives transformed the quarter into a rotating canvas of regional pride. The Washington Quarter series, unchanged for decades, had become a visual anchor of American money, recognizable in every state and every community. Holding a 1995 D Quarter is like holding a small piece of the nation's shared history, one design that transcended politics, regions, and generations. Small blue diamond collector interest and varieties. While no major die varieties are officially recognized for the 1995 D Quarter, minor mint errors have been reported. These include off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planches, and die cracks, all of which can make an individual coin more valuable and interesting. Some examples display light machine doubling on the lettering or date, which may attract collectors of minting anomalies. Collectors seeking to assemble complete date and mint mark sets of Washington Quarters often include the 1995 D as part of their late Eagle Reverse Series collection, typically spanning from 1965 to 1998. Those who appreciate American coinage for its symbolism, history, and design continuity often view the 1995 D as one of the final examples of traditional U.S. coin artistry before the modernization of coinage themes. Small blue diamond symbolism and design legacy. Every element on the 1995 D Quarter carries symbolic meaning. Washington's image represents the values of courage, leadership, and service. The eagle and its dual symbols, the arrows and olive branch, represent the nation's balance between power and peace. The mottos, liberty, in God we trust, and E Pluribus Unum, reinforce the ideals of freedom, faith, and unity that define the United States. The 1994 United States Washington quarter dollar stands as one of the enduring symbols of American history, unity, and national pride. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, denoted by the P mint mark, this coin represents an important chapter in the long-running Washington Quarter series, which began in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The 1994 Quarter is a product of both artistry and functionality, embodying more than 6 decades of numismatic tradition by the time it was issued. Though produced in large quantities for everyday circulation, each coin carries deep historical and symbolic significance through its design, mottos, and craftsmanship. Obverse, front, design, a portrait of leadership. The obverse of the 1994 Quarter features a powerful and timeless portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Washington's left-facing bust is rendered with classical precision, reflecting strength, integrity, and the ideals of the American Revolution. The design was originally introduced in 1932 during the Great Depression to honor Washington's legacy, and it became one of the most recognizable faces in American coinage. Liberty appears boldly at the top, symbolizing the foundational principle upon which the nation was built. In God we trust, positioned to the left of Washington's neck, affirms the nation's enduring faith and moral grounding. Beneath the portrait is a date 1994, representing the year of issue. The mint mark P, for the Philadelphia Mint, appears to the right of Washington's hair ribbon. The sharp lines of Washington's profile, the clarity of his expression, and the careful balance of inscriptions reflect the refined craftsmanship typical of late 20th century U.S. mint production. Small blue diamond reverse, back, design, the eagle of strength and peace. The reverse design, also by John Flanagan, showcases a bold eagle, the national bird of the United States, perched proudly with its wings spread wide. The eagle holds a bundle of arrows in its talons, symbolizing military readiness and national strength, while an olive branch rests below, representing peace. The juxtaposition of these two symbols conveys the nation's ideal balance between strength and diplomacy, an enduring American theme. Across the top, the legend United States of America encircles the eagle. Directly below that is a Latin motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. This phrase captures the essence of American unity, a nation formed from diverse states and peoples, united under a single purpose. Along the bottom border is the denomination quarter dollar, declaring the coin's face value of 25 cents. This reverse design remained in continuous use from 1932 until 1998, making the 1994 one of the final issues before the State Quarters program revolutionized the series in 1999. Small blue diamond physical specifications. Type, Washington Quarter. Year, 1994. Mint mark P, Philadelphia Mint. Designer, John Flanagan. Composition, 91.67% copper, 8.33% nickel, copper-nickel clad over a pure copper core. Weight, 5.67 grams. Diameter, 24.26 millimeters. Thickness, 1.75 millimeters. Edge, reeded, 119 reeds. Orientation, coin alignment. This composition was first introduced in 1965 after silver was removed from circulating coins due to rising bullion prices. The 1994 Quarter thus represents the modern era of durable, base metal coinage designed for heavy circulation. Small blue diamond mintage and circulation. The Philadelphia Mint struck an impressive 825,600,000 quarters in 1994, making it one of the most common issues of its decade. These coins were widely distributed across the United States for general use in vending machines, toll booths, and daily transactions. Despite its high mintage, pristine uncirculated examples, especially those with exceptional luster and strike quality, can still capture collector interest. Circulated value, 25 cents face value. Uncirculated, MS60, MS64 $1 to $4. Gem condition, MS65, MS67 $8 to $25 or more. In top grade certified by PCGS or NGC, a 1994 Quarter may show brilliant mint luster, minimal contact marks, and a crisp strike, qualities that distinguish it from ordinary circulation coins. Small blue diamond historical significance and context. The 1994 P quarter belongs to an important transitional era in U.S. coinage. During the early 1990s, America's mint were preparing to modernize its designs and technology, leading to the historic state quarters program in 1999. The 1994 issues, therefore, represent the final generation of traditional Washington quarters, a design that had served the nation faithfully since the Great Depression. Economically, 1994 was a time of renewed American confidence, symbolized by steady growth and technological progress. In this context, the Washington quarter continued to serve as an emblem of trust and continuity, connecting citizens of every background through a single, familiar coin use in daily life. The inscriptions, Liberty, In God We Trust, and E Pluribus Unum, reinforce the core ideals of freedom, faith, and unity during an era of national change. Small Blue Diamond Collector Insights and Varieties. While the 1994 P quarter does not feature any major recognized varieties, minor errors occasionally appear. Collectors may find examples with die cracks, off-center strikes, broad strikes, or double dies, each of which can significantly increase a coin's desirability and value depending on severity and condition. For example, a 1994 P quarter with clear doubling on the motto or date, or one struck slightly off-center, could be worth $50 to $150 plus to error specialists. Proof-like business strikes, though rare, are also prized for their mirrored fields and sharp detail. Small Blue Diamond Symbolism and Design Philosophy. Every design element on the 1994 P quarter reflects the essence of the American spirit. George Washington's image symbolizes leadership, civic virtue, and sacrifice, the qualities that founded the nation. The eagle, arrows, and olive bronze portray strength guided by peace, while the three mottos, Liberty, In God We Trust, E Pluribus Unum, serve as the coin's moral compass. Together, they remind every holder that the quarter is more than metal. It is a daily expression of American unity, resilience, and democratic values. From its simple metallic sheen to its powerful inscriptions, the 1994 P quarter serves as a miniature monument carried in pockets and purses across the country, linking millions of citizens to a shared national identity. Small Blue Diamond Legacy of the 1994 P quarter. The 1994 P Washington quarter represents the closing years of a historic era. Its design bridged generations, from the 1930s, when the image of Washington first appeared, to the digital age of the 1990s, when coins were still a vital part of daily exchange. It carries with it over 6 decades of American history, ideals, and craftsmanship. Though common in circulation, the 1994 P quarter's deeper value lies in its symbolism, unity from diversity, strength tempered by peace, and faith enduring through time. Whether in the hands of a collector or resting in a cash register, this coin tells the continuing story of a nation, one that honors its past while moving confidently into the future.